If I had to start all over today with no salon, no brand, no clients, and I was stepping into this industry in 2026, these are some things I would do differently. Not because I failed in the past, but because I learned so much over my years of doing hair, right? And after 20 years in this industry, after owning multiple salons and being featured in Essence magazine, after training countless stylists at every stage, I've learned the difference between what feels like productivity and what actually is going to shift some things in your career. And if you're a stylist trying to grow with intention, this video is for you. What's up, y'all? My name is Essence China. I have spent probably close to 3 decades, really and truly, building in this industry, behind the chair, in leadership, and in education. And if you're a stylist who wants support developing your skill set, strengthening your mindset, and building the business side of what you want to do, I do have a mentorship link below. It's designed for stylists who are serious about building something sustainable. Now, let me walk you through what I would do differently if I were doing hair today, if I was just starting out. The first thing I would do is choose a service I genuinely enjoy doing the most and master it. Not what's trending, not what's loud online, not what everybody else is doing, but what I actually enjoy doing. Now, that doesn't happen overnight. So yes, I would explore. I would try different things, right? I would try different services. I would give myself permission to learn and to explore. But once I notice this is what I love to do, this is what I'm naturally good at, and this is where I feel aligned, I would double down, y'all. Like, I would give it my all my time, all my energy, and invest in my education, because mastery is gonna position you differently. When you're known for something as a stylist, something specific, you stop competing on your price and you start attracting clients who are aligned with your work. You're gonna stop chasing trends, because all it's gonna do is make you busy, right? You're just doing a whole bunch of nonsense that's keeping you from getting to the level that you see yourself going. But what mastery does is it creates demand. Now, the second thing I would do differently is invest deeply in who I am becoming. Not just what I'm doing, right? Not just the technical hair side of things, because a lot of stylists don't realize this early enough, but businesses and your growth for your business requires personal growth. I always tell people your business can only grow to the extent that you do as a person. I wouldn't just focus on becoming a better stylist. I would focus on becoming a better businesswoman who does hair. Like, I'm not just a stylist, right? That means learning how I think, how I even handle pressure, right? Because you're gonna have issues in your business. How I respond to challenges, right? Because it's not about does something happen in your business, but it's how I respond to it. How I build my discipline, my consistency, and my ability to be clear with my communication. Because being able to do hair is not the same thing as building a business. If your goal is legacy and longevity, or the ability to eventually step back without everything falling apart, your mindset is going to matter. Growth doesn't come from just doing more. It comes from becoming more. And that's an internal thing. The third thing I would absolutely do differently is I would invest in myself sooner. The stylists who experience the most transformation are the ones who stop trying to figure everything out on their own. That even includes me. When I finally recognize that I don't know everything and this ain't it, right? This ain't the vision that God showed me. I realized that I only had 2 options. I either give up, or kind of 3, right? I stay at the same place and continue to try to figure it out, or I go find out who has the information to help me get to the next level. But I decided not to wait on time for things to just figure themselves out, because time doesn't change things. Change changes things. I would take inventory of what I don't know, where I feel stuck, and I would find someone who's been where I've been trying to go. That's it. I would get the education. I would get the guidance. I would get the coaching. I would develop my skills, right? Not as a last resort. I would have did that off the break, right? But as a strategy to grow. Now, there's one more thing I would do differently if I were starting today. I wouldn't put pressure on myself to be somewhere I don't need to be just yet. Somebody say pace yourself. This journey is not a race, y'all. It is a process of self-discovery and evolution. That's highly important, because every stylist starts with one client, a friend who didn't even pay me at first. Everyone starts with one person who's willing to let them try, and then eventually they start giving you money. So when you understand that everything takes time to grow into the level that you're seeing other stylists at. For me, it took me 10 years from the first time I ever did hair to opening my first salon. It took even more years after that for me to get featured in Essence magazine. Now, that's years on years and years of me planting seeds of me getting better, of me investing into myself to start seeing like, oh my goodness, like I'm making X amount of money per month. I'm now getting national recognition. But none of that was overnight. What was happening the entire time was I was being developed. My skills were being developed. My character was being developed. I was becoming a better stylist, a better leader, and a better businesswoman. And I think that a lot of stylists miss this part. You're not behind. You are becoming. You are in a process. And if you really understand that, you will be able to have the patience with yourself because it is a part of the process. Now, if you're ready to shift how you show up as a stylist and you're ready to strengthen your foundation and build something that can grow with you, my mentorship link is linked below. Go ahead and click that link. We're going to help you do all the things that are necessary, how to get better with your skill set, your attention, your timing, your technique, how to even think about growth and getting some vision for the next level and the tools to get to the next level. And if this video has resonated with you, leave a comment, like and subscribe, even share it if you know another stylist, because this is going to help it reach other stylists who need to hear this message. And so I want you to remember, don't rush, don't chase, just trust and build with intention. And I'll see you in the next video.